Good morning and welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to talk about a very sensitive subject, and that is crypto YouTubers. I've been reluctant to make this video, to be honest, but I think it's definitely something that I need to talk about, because I wish somebody would have made this video when I was starting into getting into crypto. If you're new to crypto, if you're just starting out, you want to get into it, you want to know how it works out investment wise, what to buy, what not to buy, and so on. It's very important, very important to watch out, because most of you, just like I did, started on YouTube, basically finding out about Bitcoin. Well, for me it wasn't on YouTube, but you know, to get more information about it, you'll probably end up on YouTube. And you need to be very careful what YouTuber you watch. And I'll tell you a bit about my experience. So when I started seriously getting into Bitcoin and, you know, trying to find more information about it, I think it was definitely 2017. It was the bull market of 2017. Obviously price was getting crazy high, exceeding everyone's expectations, and crypto channels were popping out right, left and center. Everybody was talking about it. Buy now, buy now, buy now. But I didn't, so I wasn't sure about it. Price was going up very fast and I wasn't sure if it's a good idea. So I'm happy that I kept back, because, you know, if you remember what happened, it was a blow off top in 2017, and then what happened was a massive correction, a bear market in 2018. But what I found interesting in some of these crypto YouTube channels was that, of course, they had videos every day. Some of these channels have videos every day. Every day it was an emergency. Every day they'll have a title with a, you know, the siren, emergency update. I'm trying to think about what other kind of clickbaity title they used to have, but emergency update, watch this now, stuff like that on a daily basis. Obviously that was all clickbait, and obviously it was done because of the YouTube algorithm. That's why when I say to people, if you're a beginner, you should start investing slowly. Okay, take your time. Now, another thing I've noticed was, first of all, you don't need an update every day, okay? You don't need an update every week. If I'm being completely honest, you don't need an update every month. You should take it slowly and get used to it. DCA, it's gonna be statistically a lot better for you. Definitely do not trade, okay? If you start trading, statistically speaking, you're gonna lose all your money. But these crypto YouTubers were posting, like I said, every day, emergency updates. I checked some of these channels if they're still around, and some of them are definitely still around since that bull market that we talked about, 2017. And you know, some of them have almost 1 million subscribers, and they used to make videos like, as an example, if Bitcoin goes above this line, we're gonna have a breakout, we're gonna go to the upside, this and this amount percent. If it's gonna go below that line, it's gonna be a breakdown, and price is gonna decrease by this and that amount percent. And then what would happen once the price action went one direction or the other, they would come back and they say, hey, Bitcoin went down exactly like I predicted. I remember this. There was a couple of them that will say this, exactly like I predicted, even though they didn't predict anything. They would just say Bitcoin is either going to do this or it's either going to do that. Two of those channels are really big right now. I think they're close to 1 million subscribers. But for some reason people fall for those kind of I don't know, an influencer, I guess you would call it. Yes, an influencer. So that's why you have to be very careful. Not only that, but they're also shilling in their in their opening, or they have a sponsor, one of these exchanges where they offer leverage trading to people. So first of all, I already mentioned, don't trade, but to just take it a notch higher, 100% do not leverage trade, because you will end up it's more than a 90% chance you'll end up losing all your money. And not only that, you'll get a discount from these YouTube channels, but on some instances these channels even get a kickback from that link. So let's say an X amount of people sign up using their link, depending how many fees they create with their transactions, the YouTuber that had the link in the first place gets a kickback. So to me, that's conflict of interest. And you'd be surprised how many YouTubers actually made quite a lot of Bitcoin like that a few years back. I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but they definitely did it. If you really want to watch a YouTuber, you should be first, how should I put this? I think long-term investing is a better idea for most people out there, myself included. I don't trade. I prefer to buy long-term and hold it. So dollar cost average over the long time, it will definitely put you ahead most people. Let me rewind because I forgot about something. Those clickbaity, not only the titles but also the thumbnail. So the thumbnail also was very clickbaity. Buy now, stupid. I'm selling now, stupid, whatever. Need to buy now, need to sell now. And each time they were wrong. Most of the time they were wrong. There's even a channel I discovered recently, I don't remember the channel's name, that basically tracks portfolios of other YouTubers. It's a very interesting one. I'll put it somewhere here if I find it, but I think I will find it. And what the guy was showing, basically almost all of them were losing money in the long run, like almost all of them, especially the ones that were involved in altcoins. It's not only that they're wrong, but the thing that really frustrated me and annoyed me some guys are fishing in the river. The thing that frustrated me and annoyed me was that they never admitted that, hey, I said this and I said that and I was wrong. That to me was a pretty big red flag, because they would just make new and new videos to satisfy the YouTube algorithm, and they would pretend like nothing happened. They would pretend like, hey, like I didn't say that this is gonna happen and it never happened, that they never addressed it, which is, to me at least, is problematic. Not all YouTube channels are bad. You need to find the YouTube channels, and there are some out there, don't get me wrong, not everybody's a scammer, that actually provide good value. And when they are wrong, they actually say, hey, I said this is probably was going to happen, it didn't, I was wrong. So it took me a while, it took me quite a long time to find those channels. And the way I did it was, I kept following, and back in the day I was following a lot of crypto YouTube channels. What I basically did was I would follow them, I would watch their videos, and as soon as they were saying this and that is gonna happen, or they're gonna say the price is gonna go X amount, or they have one of those clickbaity titles, or they were very wrong about a thing they said in a previous video and they wouldn't address it, they wouldn't say, hey, I said this like a week ago, it didn't happen, I was wrong. I would just stop following them. And there was, like I said, some of those channels are really big right now, and they keep doing it. They keep saying, oh, I think, I'll give you another example. If Bitcoin is going to drop below this price, I think it's going to be an opportunity. And a week later, well, actually, if Bitcoin drops, the price action drops below this price, I think it's going to be a problem, which is completely contradicts the previous statement. And if you start following YouTubers, crypto YouTubers, you would see a lot of contradiction in their statements. When you see that, not financial advice obviously, you should stop following them, and you should stop following what they say, because it's just gonna be nonsense. So you need to find your, well, first of all, you need to define what your strategy is of investing in crypto. And after you come with a plan how you want to invest for the long run, I always think it's the best idea to invest for the long run. Stop watching on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. You don't need that. It's just noise. And find YouTubers or people who provide content which is similar to your idea of investing. But then you're gonna ask, hey man, so how do I know if this person is full of it or not? Well, I'm gonna say this, and probably some of you are not gonna like it, but you'll have to go back to their videos. So you'll have to go back through their videos when the price was very high or the price was very low. Check the dates. You can go on TradingView, go on a Bitcoin chart and check how high the price was on a previous bull market or how low the price was in a previous bear market, and check their videos and see what they said. I know it's going to take you a long time. It definitely took me a very long time, but it's going to be time well invested, because you're going to realize that a lot of YouTubers you follow, they had no idea what they were talking about. It was a real eye-opener for myself. So I unsubscribed for almost all of the crypto YouTube channels I was following. And today I follow about 3 YouTube channels that have been consistent for the last, I would say, 5-6 years. And I have another 2 which I've recently found that they seem to be interesting, and they seem to be offering good value, but it's still too early to say, because they're kind of newish. So I'll have to keep an eye on them and see what kind of value they provide. I think that's it for this video. If you really want me to say what channels I follow, let me know in the comments below, and I'll probably make another video about what specific content creator I follow. But as a summary of this video, be very careful who you follow. You can probably say, hey, I'm not going to be influenced. You will be influenced, trust me. You will be influenced, because it happened to me. Be careful who you follow, because most of them are wrong most of the times. It's just how it works. It's just like in trading. More than 90% of the people who lose their money don't trade. Definitely don't leverage trade. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you liked it. Again, if you want specifics, let me know, and I can make another video about it. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.